Hi everyone, this is the Psychic Sleuth, and today I'm going to be doing validation on Stephanie Parze. I actually did it a couple weeks ago, but turns out the sound disappeared at 19 minutes, and I didn't know till my friend was going to edit it for me and add some stuff, and so also her other videos, same thing. I'm going to work on getting her other videos out as far as the other two readings that have been posted in the group since November, but that's why I said, join the Psychic Sleuth group so that you guys can look at them in there, because I had a very hard time in December and January. I became very frustrated, and I don't know if it was John or what it was, but my energy drained completely. I was also sick, and so I wasn't able to get the videos out. After she was found, it was like a weight lifted and everything was okay. It was really weird. So, that is why I didn't get those out. And I mean, they weren't that important anyways. There was a few things in each of them that were her that validated the area, but basically the first reading kind of said it all. And the problem I had with that is I did post it in the group. I'll explain what happened later, but I had a problem finding out where the one county ended and the other one began. I'm not from the area. Your guys' maps is ridiculous. Another thing I want to mention is that you guys were all bitching about how I talk about merchandise and other things. Well, you know what? Doing cases for free does not help me pay my bills. I am trying to find other endeavors that can help me survive. All of you guys have jobs and things that you're doing. I'm sure that some of you guys sell stuff or whatever. This is the only platform I have to do it on. The reason that I have merchandise is, for one, YouTube says it's really great to have. For two, I made this a long time ago, a couple years ago. I had this idea, and it is to support my work and support me finding missing people. It's also to support the missing people and support us working together. It's to support a cause. So that is the whole reason why. And I have, I bought one. This is a man's medium. I mean, they have females. They have female ones. They have sweatshirts. They have t-shirts. They have all different colors. You can pick and choose. I have a couple different things to choose from. There's also a heart with feathers that says the Psychic Sleuth, and then wings in the back. And so this is, this is what I stand for, are these words right here. That's kind of why I like this one. I picked it. I really didn't need the black, but I got the black. The back of it. This is how it looks with the wings and everything. Walk with those seeking truth and justice. So I bought it to kind of show you guys. I know it's always different when someone wears it. The other links will be down there of what I do if you guys want to take a look. But I don't like being bashed for trying to survive and make a living and for the other things that I do. It's my YouTube channel. If I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about, I should be able to talk about it, right? You can always fast forward it, but this is to support the work that I do. This is to support my life. I do it to help support me to be continuing to work cases for free. So that is one thing that I needed to bring up because it kind of hurt my feelings. Then y'all talk about how I'm hard to follow. Well, spirit's hard to follow. All I do is read what they tell me. It depends on what spirit you're talking to. Some are more straightforward than others. Some are not. Some are clearer to communicate with. Some are not. Some are easier. Some are not. So it's about putting everything together and trying to figure it out. Now, some readings are more confusing than others. Like her second and third reading are a lot more confusing than her first was. And I noticed that was probably because he was... See, when I did the first one, like, he had just committed suicide, so he didn't have a chance to block or confuse me or any of that. That's why it was very focused. The other two, he was able to, because although I tried to hold him back, it still caused problems, and I noticed the difference in the readings. So, I can tell you that not every medium works the same. I don't feel things on a map like I wish I could. I mostly see things, and I try to describe them to you guys and putting things together. Now, on a map, I can get led in different directions and to different bodies or different places. That's not my fault. I get pulled in different directions by people and by spirits. So, that's another thing you guys have to consider. And if you are new here, I am going to have to explain how I work, because I do not work like anybody else. I have interconnects, so I will explain to you how Anaya is interconnected and how Ganon that I'm working on now, I feel Stephanie and Anaya both, I got information prior because I get information prior to cases that I'm going to work on. For instance, in Dulce's, I think I talked about this later, so if I repeat myself, I'm sorry, but I forget what I wrote down. In September, I said that she was going to be found on the side of the road. Now, that was probably Stephanie, but it could interconnect as in the similarities of the cases. Interconnections are about similarities in cases, whether it's similarities of where they were found or something else, or the timing of something. So, for instance, the reason why I think Gannon is going to interconnect is because Stephanie was confirmed on the 27th. He went missing on the 27th. That's something that I don't think I put in here, but I recognized last night. 25 came through. There's a 25 in that area. Also, Stephanie was 25. Those are just, things I want to kind of bring up now before I forget. Also, like I said, I'm going to talk about my book or things that I do or accomplish because it's important. I wrote that book to help people, and this is my only platform to get it out. If you don't like it, you can fast forward it. But, like I said, I try my best to be as clear as possible. Spirit is not always clear. Until you learn how this works, you can't be judgmental, okay? What's important is the information that is coming through. That is what is important. It's not how it's given to you or whatever. It's trying to find the person. It's trying to put things together, which sometimes is a huge puzzle. So that is something you guys have to understand as well. It hurt my feelings. Some of the comments I was reading were kind of ridiculous. How I came off crazy, whatever. I don't know how. Her very first reading was extremely focused. A lot more focused than a lot of other ones have been. So if you put the clues together, actually she was very easy to find. I don't live there. It was a lot harder for me. So with that being said, I'm going to just go ahead and start with the validation. So first of all, I want to send my condolences to the family, friends, and that loved her. The family and friends and all that loved Stephanie. From connecting with her, I can tell you she is a beautiful, spirited, outgoing woman who had a strong message in the reading for everyone. She is happy that her family has some sort of closure now instead of wondering where she was all the time. She says maybe her dad will finally catch some sleep. She did mention that in the first reading. She knows he hasn't been sleeping and is worried about him. She is one of those beautiful, bright people that touch every life they come into contact with. I can assure you she is okay and you will see her again. Second of all, again, I do want to apologize for my absence. I did not get her other videos out because of my energy level. It was really, really bad, you guys. Really bad. I couldn't push through, sorry. They are posted in the group in November, though. I know they probably may have helped a little, but like I said, not everything was her. But after Stephanie's case, I got very confused with everything. I'm very frustrated. I had posted screenshots of the area she ended up being found in back in November in my group, and I was told it was way too populated, which I know doesn't matter, but I stated it should be looked at, and I had been back there 3 times. So then I got sent to another area, and I don't know if that was because there was a body there at Bear or John was trying to lead me off course. I stated that not all I get in a reading, especially if I do more than one at a time, will make sense for the one I'm connecting to. I do have others come in, and when I have a spirit like John blocking, it can get quite confusing. And you will see when I do her other readings, it is confusing, and that is not my fault, because it will allow others to come in. I literally had to call in the big guns to hold him back, and it was not easy. Another thing I need to mention is I can't change how I give you the information or convey it or whatever. Just going to have to deal with it. I can't change who I am, and I can't change how I work. Okay, so I called in the big guns to hold him back, and it was not easy. She still did sneak stuff in a couple times in the readings, but yes, it got confusing. I learned from each and every reading that I do. Most of the information or pertinent information was the first reading, but I need to learn to kind of stick with my guns where I keep going back to and make my voice louder, that it needs to be checked. My fear is being wrong and sending people on wild goose chases, or them being there and they are overlooked. Looking back now, I feel stupid. I don't know how I could have missed so much in the area that confirmed it was right. Looking back now, it was literally slapping me in the face. But I have so many people message me, I can get quite confused easily and get pulled off in different directions by humans and spirits. And I can also get off track easily with other energies leading me to other directions. That's why I try to explain it best I can that not everything usually in a reading belongs to who I connect with. Even if I'm very focused, others can sneak in. Stephanie's first reading was very focused, though, but the Robin threw me and took me in another way. I don't know why, because it honestly was not important, but I will say that as respectful as I can, John was haunting me. He was standing here over me with his fist clenched, mad. My dog would start growling at nothing, and my energy began to drain. I'm coming back now after 2 months, but not only my energy, but my teammates' energy, who's took a nosedive. And it's just like running, you know, I have to get back to where I was. I'm not as clear as I was in November because I had that big break. It's just like when you don't have stamina anymore. So I have to try to get back to where I was. So some of my readings might not be as clear as they used to be. That's just how it is. But I was at a point where I was hitting my head against a wall with her case. If I had only went with her first reading and then followed where she took me on the map, which is up, I may have done a better job, but I had a hard time finding out where one county ended and one began. But that's on me, so I need to listen better to Spirit, especially to first readings. So now some other weird things that interconnect Stephanie with Kobe and those that crashed here in California. I want to send out sincerest condolences to everyone who lost their lives on that flight, to the friends and family of those who lost loved ones, and to the world who is grieving. I know I grew up watching Kobe. He fueled my love for basketball, and there is no denying that he is a legend. I honestly cannot imagine what those families are feeling. I mean, I kind of can because I also had someone pass in an accident, but it's, you know, every loss is different, and my heart truly goes out to them. So I know I had gotten something with helicopters, so I went back and looked and read them on a right one towards the end, which you can find it in the group. You can also find it on my old, or on this channel. I'm also posting this on my other channel that I had, well, this one was getting fixed. And I'm going to be posting videos about how you can find each of them, because it looks like I'm going to have to post videos on both till everything gets straightened out, because my YouTube channel got screwed up. But, anyways, random auto write 1, towards the end I got number 28, which can go somewhere else, but also a helicopter and the name Bryant and the name Nicole that came in right before Bryant. I just found out Nicole is Stephanie's middle name, just another hint that their fates were intertwined. He passed the day she was found, as well as bride to be could fit here, or not, so I actually did get his last name, Bryant. I don't know that if it will fit here, like the bride-to-be, but it can have multiple meanings. So let me try to explain. This auto-write was done on May 9th, 2019. Nines are everywhere with all of this. I didn't realize till I saw his daughter Gianna and him, hope I'm saying that right, standing together. Her number is 2, and his number, used to be number, his old number was 8. I also know he was 24, but I grew up with him as 8. So also what is weird is the day that happened was 26, which equals 8. And on Stephanie's map, I actually drew an 8 without realizing it till someone brought it to my attention, and it was actually in the area around where she was found. So that kind of took me back as confirmation. Maybe the numbers was to validate them, because they love basketball and their numbers, the 2 and the 8. So before 9 was released, I went back to EVPs I had posted in the group. I had gotten 9 a couple times. That was on January 9th, 2020. See the 9s, how strange. So the flight also took off after 9 a.m., but there was 9 people aboard that flight. Those EVPs were still in the group. So we go to Stephanie, right, and she was found off Highway 9, which I had gotten in every reading. 9s were everywhere in every reading. She was very adamant with it. So see the interconnecting 9s, it's crazy. Now, this is even crazier. So in Stephanie's third reading, which was posted in the group, I went back and reread it. The mention of helicopter in 28 again. That was in her third reading. So I truly believe that her being found was interconnected with this crash, because it came in her reading, and the 9s connect so strongly, and the 28 was to validate it. Was validated to me. It can also fit somewhere else, but kind of crazy, I know. And I don't know if this is a validation or pushing it, but 7, that came in. Sunday's the 7th day. That could fit somewhere else, though, but that may push it a little bit. It could also fit somewhere else, like I said. Anyway, I just was kind of blown away. I think it was all about to show the timing of her being found, the interconnecting of cases, because helicopter doesn't fit in her case. Another thing I can see how Anaya interconnects here is they were found by similar areas, by a road, by a church, by baseball fields, involved, wooded, found in different counties. You get my drift. So, okay, now on to more validation. I'm sure there is validation in Dulce, but I'm not going to go through all that. I think I may try to go reading by reading because that's the only way I can keep it straight. So reading 1, November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. The one thing I'm remembering, every time someone would ask me where she was, I kept hearing cars. I felt she was definitely by a road. That was mentioned in the group, but it does get backed up in this first reading. Later, P came in Taylor, but I noticed P rode very close in Perrine. I think it also came in reading number 3. The kitty porn in Dulce, I believe, fit John. I also stated 27 may fit here as well. 27 has come in a lot. Today, it was in also Mackenzie's. Today is the 27th, and it was confirmed her. Of course, when I was told, I already knew it was because it made sense in the area I had already been to multiple times. I wish I knew how to put it. I'm going to put up screenshots and stuff. She's going to work on that for me. So, Edward came in multiple times in Dulce, as well as in reading number 5 of Dulce. The psychic looking in a crystal ball, symbolic, which we figured out later was Stephanie coming in before I knew she was missing, or anything surrounding her disappearance. So Edward is her dad name. There's also an Edward Park in this area. Another thing is like I said, it seems like the part of Stephanie coming in September before she ever went missing. I do get information of people before they go missing. I get future information. It makes it confusing, I know, but that's just the way spirit works. It's not my fault. So from what I understand, my description of him being jealous and John being jealous and controlling, it being a toxic back and forth situation was accurate. I get secrets with him. This isn't confirmed, but I've often thought maybe him doing something to others, but we may never know that. I don't know if she ever did have tarot card reading or if it was just symbolic. So the pumpkin and bats I got in Dulce before she ever went missing happened. She went missing basically Halloween. That can be 31, as well as I know another place it's going to fit, and that is their mile marker close to where she was. I think I might mention this later, but in case I don't, actually I think I do. So I don't know if you can all validate this for me, but I feel she was straightforward and wasn't afraid to cuss if the situation called for it. That came in the reading, but if you can validate it, it would be great. The darkness in her life, I feel, was John. She honestly didn't know how to get rid of him. I could see how she would be afraid of him just through my run-ins. She said her dad's heart was broke, which we know to be true. I know it's obvious, but I feel that they were close and she was conveying concern. I heard she did have a sister. I can't remember if someone told me they weren't far in age, but if you can confirm that, please do. So Angel came in reading. I do see that people are calling her Angel in the group and have put wings on her. This could symbolize this is what's going to happen, or she was looked at in this way. I do know she touched many hearts. Her and Anaya both did. They also call the search group Stephanie's Angels, and those that found, I don't think they were in the group, but that was told me a while ago. So, along Highway 9, we know this is where she was found by. I saw a sign that had said Highway 9. I knew it was important. It came in every reading, and this was strong in this one. The 18 could be 18, about 18 minutes from where her house was, but also I do know 18 kind of crosses 9. It's not far. So also there's a Highway 18 by her house. He might have taken 18 to 9. Also 18 is the address of his old job. Also 618, they held like a thing for her, and I think it was donated. Also the age of one of the boys that found her was 18. Battlefield, we would probably pass the hospital. I was shown that not long before she went missing, she was in the hospital, so that can validate. But also hospital sign, medical area, the same terms of how it is sort of symbolized in vision. Things can have multiple meanings, as you saw with 18, but she was found not far from a medical plaza. Marlboro, you pass through, so the direction she was taking me was up. I got between two cities. This does make sense. She stated, look for me along the highway, but hidden. What she was along Highway 9 and hidden. And actually, many people think she was moved. I don't. I saw her put there right away. They took me up the map, and that's where I just think she was hidden. I mean, because here you go along a highway, there's all this brush and stuff, and if you're going, 50, 60 miles an hour, you're not going to look over and see anything that's in brush, that's behind a tree. So I honestly feel like she was there the whole time, and she was just easily missed by people passing by. And a lot of times, if you, not to say this mean, but if you smell stuff, you think it's an animal. All the time on the freeway, it's like that. Because I drive by roads just like that all the time, and there could be bodies there, and I don't even know, So, let's see, I believe there was a few areas around there to hide the car, someone said, but there was more than one way to get there. There is a wooded area. New Brunswick was there. They went to see the psychic, but there's also a Brunswick road in the area I saw. Hampton, there's a road called this about 2 miles away. Lone Highway, that is kind of part, like, not much around that exact area. She showed 9 again, big. At this time, I did know it was important. She said in the middle. At the time, I guess I should have put together 2 and 2 together, Middlesex County. Computer, like, now I look at stuff and I'm like, oh my god, duh. But at the time, I don't know. I just didn't. Hey. Sorry. Computer geek, as far as I know, he kind of was one. 33 came in. I did see that a highway in the area, but I don't know if you know that Kobe used to be 33 in high school. Her drawing a line and stepping over it mentioned across county lines, which she was right over the county line, the next county. She was in the next county, just like Anaya was, actually not far from the county line, and this would interconnect, like I said, Anaya too. Lights in the sky, fireworks. I don't know if this will fit later, but someone showed me that it's pretty bright around there, that there was fireworks in that sky that night, that they have fireworks for the wedding people, or, you know, for the wedding place across there. And, yeah, so I don't know. I stated that you could not see her from the road, which you couldn't. Dense trees off the road looked like how it was in that area. There is water off to the distance. Hidden well in a dense area. I don't know if it was confirmed. I don't think she was buried, but maybe just covered up. That could have been symbolic. I do know that I got feeling like dirt. He was dirty, so maybe just dirty from putting her there or whatever. She said she's daddy's girl, and I don't know why they're... Stop! It's usually the dogs. She said she was daddy's girl, and it sure seems that way. The color red, I was told that there was... that color was around there somewhere. Her dad isn't sleeping well. That was confirmed to me back when I did this reading. Wanting to look for her all the time, which he did many searches and had them done, so that's validated. Soccer field, there's soccer fields in the area. Number 25, she was 25. Also, I think that's going to maybe fit Gannon. I don't know until I do a reading. This is where I got 95 as a freeway. I just counted. This is the 3rd month, so I got 3. And 31 is her funeral. Was her funeral and her viewing and all that. And exactly 3 months from where she went missing. So number 28 again, I think that belongs to Kobe Bryant. 27, I thought fit here. It was confirmed today when I did this, was the 27th, and where she was confirmed her. O, Old Bridge, bottles. There's a recycling place in the area. I need to know if there was 3 girls with her prior that night, because I got 3 girls. I don't know if he was interviewed after this, the dad, or that could be the interview I got with Dad before or when they were searching. I don't have a TV, I don't know, but she had showed me that, so she knew about it. Moon and Stars, there was a star dancing place. It could mean something else. The references to Staten Island, I feel, 1, because he used to work there and used to live there. 2, I guess his trunk part was found there. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I was told. 3, it's possible. Yeah, he could have more victims there. I don't know. Haunted maze. There is haunted woods, and the cheesy farm or whatever has haunted maze. I dreamed of an electrical area. That is actually, I found this area when I put it on the map. I found Red Oak. There is one in the area, so, and also I guess there is high-powered lines across there. New Jersey Turnpike. Actually, there was bodies found in the New Jersey Turnpike in Pinsgrove. I don't know if you heard about that. It's in the group. It was a murder-suicide. It was right in apartments right off of New Jersey Turnpike, so that could actually fit here. Like, I have a validation of other things that fit from her reading where bodies were found. But there is a turnpike racing, so remember multiple meanings. But it was right behind where she was found. So Gordon, I see you do pass that or can. Interesting that Maple, that was on my pool list, is there in the area where she was found. As well as Texas was on my pool list. Broad was on my pool list. That seems to be everywhere. Trash came in the entire time. There's a trash area not far from me. But there's also, or not far from her, sorry. But that's also going to validate somewhere else, something else as well. There was, I don't know if I put it in here. I swore I did, but anyways, for the trash, there was actually a lady found in the landfill. I think I put it on here. She went missing around the same time that Stephanie went missing, and she was from Georgia and or Florida, and it was in Georgia or something like that. I think I put it on here though, but it was just validated from the looks of it that John did surprise her at home. Her food was left on the piano. So that was validated that maybe he was waiting for her. I don't remember where I heard this, but I heard electricity, and there were high tension wires around where she was. I don't remember where I mentioned spoons and forks, but someone told me that could be because the boys worked for a catering company. Someone suggested that history repeats itself. Could be because Jennifer Doulos' husband committed suicide a few days later. Also, there's another reason for the 28th. He did do that on the 28th. This has to do with maybe the timing and history repeating itself the day after it was confirmed to be Stephanie. Maybe that's why 28 kept coming in. Remember, again, multiple meanings. In Dulce's reading, I got that she would, like I said, would be found along the side of the road. Now, I don't know if I was picking up Stephanie before she ever went missing, because I do that, and it can be confusing. Or it interconnects, like similar areas. Dulce said Dulce and she is one. She could be one by one as well, but that was way back in September, same words. So I don't know if that was for Steph and Anaya. Both came in Dulce reading. So reading 2, which I apologize for not getting the video out, but I stated why sometimes stuff happens, and I always have posted in the group no matter what for you to read until I do the videos. So I'll probably still do videos for them, but especially for the connected cases, I just wanted to put them there so that they were there. So 1129, she loved makeup, like to always look cute. Sorry, Violet, no. Like to always look cute. From what I can see from her, that's correct. Honestly, she could be a model. Coked out, from what I've heard, this is probably accurate of John. Oil rig, symbolic of oil. Also got oil container. This is in the area. Trash and bottles. They're both recycling and trash in the area. Also came in Dulce. Meadowbrook came in. I guess this is where her house is. Pump station. There is one in the area. She stated New Jersey. She was found in New Jersey. Also, there is a construction not far that came in Anaya, as well as tractors and such in hers. I was told there was a construction going on behind her area or around it. There is bodies of water not far from where she is. I saw a pond too, but more in the distance and on the other side. Hidden well by trees. That looks like possible in this area. Big electric company, like in my dream. There was one called Red Oak. I was also shown big towers in the area. Nope. Hey, stop. Industrial feel to it. Shh. No. Come here. Come here. Sorry, guys. I've done this video 5 times. I'm not going to redo it. So, industrial fill. I was told there was very industrial. This area was separate from the industrial, which looks to be accurate. Trash came in again. There are some trash places over there. And like I said, there was somebody found a landfill that was missing around the same time that Stephanie was. Trash place came in again, and there was some... Sorry, I didn't mean to repeat that. Tractors lifting dirt. I didn't realize I got this again in this reading. Was made there. There is construction in that area. Not near my house. She wasn't. I got a reference to Mackenzie. I could have realized the interconnect. Mackenzie was found by Mill. This is street is Old Mill. More than likely, that's what she was maybe trying to say. Dumping oil and trees all seem to fit the area and water. Don't think she's far from the road because I hear cars, which I have continued to hear for 2 months, and she wasn't. 9 came in again, repeating it. It was important, as you know, off 9 Highway. Now, I wish I would have looked this up on the map, which, that's New York, and it will interconnect Kobe, which is weird. Stop. But she said Madison Square Gardens. Well, in Madison, there is a Madison Gardens right where she was found, more than likely named after Madison Square Gardens, and Kobe did play there. I saw that last night and just wanted to facepalm. So, Baseball Diamond, she was close to one, just like Anaya. That's why they interconnect. Dump kept coming in, said she wasn't far from one, but also the person that was found there. I swore I put all the information in here, but Ocean and Seagulls, not far from the area that leads to Staten Island, the water ocean type area. Country, what looks like country-like area. Word Spring, there is a Spring Valley close by that you would pass. There's also Spring Valley Road. 34 road goes, 34 goes to that area. It runs diagonally. 17, an 8-year-old boy found her. 18 came in a couple times. I've already stated why, and it can come in for different reasons. Dancing, there was some dancing areas there. A couple, also they do dancing at the wedding place. State line, she wasn't too far from Staten Island looking at the map. Maybe someone can validate his car. I don't know if it was an SUV. In my vision, it was dark interior. I was told there was a body of water there, a pond or something, not far from the road. In my dream was a main road, woods, pond. Looking at the area, it's all there. I got like everything that's all around this area, and all of this stuff that was mentioned is around there. But this area was all by itself, which it was. New Brunswick, there's a New Brunswick road not far from there. However, that was where she went to go see the psychic show, I'm told. Tractors lifting dirt, again, construction. So some stuff came in multiple times. The reference to doing things to throw everybody off, I believe this is possible. 9 came into play again. It came in multiple times, like you said. It was strong. So I had been looking for her, a wrong rope 9 in the beginning. Someone said there was a marigold in the area. Baseball diamond came in again, so it was significant, which was very close to where she was. The words key, they told me that the wedding place had a key sound like marquise. There's also a keystone in the area. I have gotten that word before. She said Anaya's name. Now this makes sense because Anaya was close to a road, baseball field. She was close to a church, close to Stephanie, wooded. 87 came in Anaya. Stephanie was found on the 87th day. Remember I said they interconnected. Also, I noticed the 687 road in the area. Not trying to go fast, but my dogs are being ridiculous, and I'm not doing this for a 6th time. So, there may be more that would take going over Anaya's. So, dump kept coming in because she wasn't far from a dump, like I said, and then that lady that was found in a landfill around that time, she went missing like literally a couple days before Stephanie. Now, the ocean and beach stuff, someone told me there is an area very close by that's considered the beach for that city. It's got sand, water, and it does look like a beach, so that could have been symbolic. Also, if you pass this and keep going up towards, we're going towards Staten Island where the water and everything is. And boy, I kept getting that. That's on my list in the group, my pool list. If you keep going, you hit it. So maybe she was trying to say that direction. Dream, she could be talking about dream I had. The area described, which seems to match, as well as the electric company one. 34 came in again. That is the road that is by where it runs kind of parallel to 9. It comes in a couple times, so it's important. Kings, I'd gotten that a long time ago in another reading, but I also got it again. I know that's where he lived, but I heard it. First trimester, I was told her sister was pregnant, although I don't know what trimester she was at the time she went missing or how that fits completely. 17 again can interconnect with another case, but one of the boys was 17. I was being shown rings, and I guess that was my symbolism for wedding or marriage. It must be a symbolism that I didn't realize. So she shows me of her getting lipstick, and she's putting on lipstick, and she's standing there staring at her like, as I'm writing this, like I hear birthday, but she was going out or getting ready, and feels very jealous thing about this relationship is it was very toxic back and forth. Maybe someone can validate this. 18 again, which 18 intersects 9. One of the kids is 18. He might have taken that from her house. His old job was 18. Ferry, I was told there's a ferry road in the area. Trash truck, we went over that. Dump in the area. Trash wasn't far. Here we go. I did write it down. So I have this is more information about it. Another validation and interconnect for landfill and why it was probably so strong. There was a girl that went missing around, or a woman, that went missing around the same time as Stephanie. This is going to validate Jackson. The missing woman, Susan Mauldin, Mauldin, you can Google it, went missing October 23rd from Jacksonville, Florida. She was found in a Georgia landfill. So that can validate Georgia being strong and the landfill. Because landfill was just ridiculous. I just kept seeing trash forever. They mentioned that in the search of the baseball diamond-sized area of Chester Island. Island came in as well in this reading. Road, landfill, and Charlton County. So that was where the island came in. I can't remember if that was 2 or 3, the second or third reading, and the mention of also baseball diamond size. They had been searching it on January 21st, but they didn't say when they found her, so it was probably close to the time when Stephanie went missing and when she was found. That's why the interconnect. Plus, there is a dump type area not far, like I said, where Stephanie was found, so that interconnects. Dancing and light bumping could be Marquis Place, or there are other dancing places there. This would make sense if the wedding receptions are held there, though. Hide, she was hidden away, no one saw her. Sand and muddy, there are trails like this, I was told. Reading 3, 11, 30, 19. What's interesting is the date of this reading is the same date she was missing a month before and the date of part of her services or her viewing. Landfill came in again. We now know why. 95 is also a road. It can fit somewhere else, but I asked her if she was by a church. She said yes. There was a church not far from where she was. The reference to a beach, again, there was like a beach that's like local to, like a beach kind of known to locals. There is sand, water, etc. What it's known, it's I smell and hear water. There was water that wasn't far or something. Way in the distance is water for Staten Island, and there is waterfall in front of Marquise. Woodsy area, which is this place is Party City. This is a party place that isn't far on the other side, but also Marquise is a party place. But as far as Party City, it makes me feel like a party store. But she could have been saying it like you party here. So there's one closer to 34. Horses, there's a legacy horse area. There's also a farm close by where she was. Reference to pond and trees, which there is both in the area. If you keep going, I said, like you hit the ocean, landfill on my left, just like I said in the reading. Now, if you're on Route 9, you do keep going. The landfill area is on the left. If you keep going up, you hit Staten Island area where there is water ocean. So he was driving towards the ocean. I wonder if they grow Brussels sprouts or lemon trees on that farm. I don't know. But reference to O, Old Bridge. Oil. There was oil in this area. M, possibly Marquise. J could be Jeremy, the boy that found her again. And 9, we know why. There was something else I want to mention. Oh, she was found on the south side, on the right side of the road, just like I said. I think a lot of the third reading was either him trying to lead me astray or someone else is missing. New Jersey has a lot of missing people. Plus, I don't know if he realized the difference in the first reading. He had, I think, just committed suicide, and then later ones where he had time to find me and come block. That is why the first one is so very clear. B, wish I would have put that with the O and B together. So I know Bridge came through a lot. I believe in Anaya, Coltneck was by her house. Anaya Bridge came into, but I believe Coltneck was by her house. Bell could have been wedding bells. White, possibly a wedding dress, or there's another reason for that. It's going to might fit another case. The tractor's moving dirt again, construction in the area. Zebra, there is a zebra club called Red Zebra in the area. He was trying to interfere, and I said, are you in New Jersey? And she said yes. Helicopter, I believe this was for Kobe, and the fact that the crash would be the day that she was found. It had everything to do with the timing. She mentioned the county line again. I could not find where the county line ended when I was trying to find her. The maps were crap. Later, letter P, there's a couple P names in the area. Word south, she was on the southbound side. Eggs, and I think I did say right too, so she was on the right side. Eggs, there's a street name with eggs in the area. I stated that. I thought Taylor's reading held keys as well as Anaya. Interesting keys is what I used. Well, in Taylor I got rickety old bridge. Maybe in symbolism they were trying to tell me something, but it came in Taylor. Also lights, could be the construction around. If they work at night, there would have been lights, big lights. That's what I thought. Meadow and Spring are both streets in the area. So that is the validation that I have for Stephanie. I was trying to get through it because I seem to keep being interrupted by either dogs or kids or something. And I was just tired 6 times, and then I've already done this once. So this is my validation. Thank you so much. Make sure you join the Psychic Sleuth group. I'll see you guys next time.